Hi, everybody. Mike Amato here today. Thanks for joining me. Lately I've been doing a lot of research in trying to understand the dynamics of human behavior. And what caused me to do this was that I'll work with clients in my one-to-one mentoring program who have tremendous success. I've got clients who started a successful business. They wanted to make more money at work, so they've got a couple of raises in a very short period of time or promotions to the job they always wanted. I have some clients who set out to have a better relationship, find that person of their dreams, and they've done so. And there's just nothing more rewarding than to watch somebody successfully attain the vision that they set out for themselves. Now, on the other hand, there's some clients that we begin the program and for whatever reason, it just doesn't click and it doesn't work. And so in trying to understand what is the driver of this and why does one person succeed and perhaps one person doesn't yet succeed has really caused me to try to understand the drivers of again, these human behavior as it relates to change and success. And what I found is that there basically has to be three things in place for someone to succeed in accomplishing their vision. And without these three things being in place, then it's extremely difficult to create a new life, a new outcome for yourself if you're doing the same things that you've always done that put yourself there. And so that leads to the very first component of the change program that somebody needs to have in place, which is understand their role in the change. See, a lot of times we externalize our existence and say, well, it's a condition. I'm in a certain condition because of where I live. Things that have happened in my life have put me here, and so it's something else that's caused my life to be the way it is. It may be my boss. It may be something else, my parents or my children that are holding me back. It might be one of external things, any number of external things in our lives that we look at and say, well, that's the cause, and I want to get a different life, and yet we don't realize that it really begins with understanding that the change starts with us. We need to understand our role in the change. We need to understand that if we do things the same way that we've always done them, it's really hard to get a different result. So we need to change something. And it starts with looking inside yourself, getting insights into who you are and what your drivers are in terms of the things, the life that you've built, and what things to change to create something different. Massively important as a first step. Lead to the second step is to say, now what do we need next? Is we need to understand where you're going. So what is this vision, and how can you then begin to drive even more insights and understand what exactly should you change? So the first point is that you need to change and that you own the change. Second point is, what is it that you need to change? And in this part of the process, we're understanding what is the programming that brought you where you are, and how do you keep the parts that are extremely productive, but how do you rethink about your future and the vision and create a belief that you actually can attain that vision, that you really can achieve that vision, which of course leads then to the third component of the change, which is if you look at your role in the change and you understand clearly where you are, then the third point is to say, do you understand clearly how to affect that change and how to watch your influence on your environment? And what I'm speaking about is your vibration, your vibe. We accept to the negative that if somebody has a negative vibe or a negative attitude, we accept that they're going to have some negative consequences for that. We even have sayings: he got up on the wrong side of the bed, or boy, she's going to find out what karma is all about pretty soon, or gosh, it's no wonder that this person is having a bad day or a bad life or whatever it might be. So we accept that negative vibration creates negative consequences. And yet it's amazing to me that we still struggle to accept and believe that the reverse is also true. A positive vibration and a positive attitude towards what we're doing, and an eagerness to try to understand where will these opportunities, where will these changes come from, and with a curious state of mind, the understanding that will actually create the change that you're looking for is massively important. And again, it's really important to understand, and we work a lot to prove the point that your attitude can change your life for the better when it's a better attitude. And we'll do exercises to help prove that point by showing the vibration that you can emit that creates a similar vibration in the universe around you. When I say universe around you, it might be a coffee shop, it might be workplace, anywhere actually. and how that can bring to you what you're looking for, because you'll attract a like vibration. So those three components need to be in place, and if they are, you're setting yourself up for massive success and actually accomplishing things on your vision board or that you've only dreamed about. You actually can bring them to life in ways that are quite surprising. So now, while this kind of success is really rewarding, and of course it's always difficult when somebody doesn't click with the program, and I want to invite them to come back at a later time when they're really ready to understand that these three components need to be in place. But it leads me to think about, right now I can only accept so many clients in a one-to-one basis, and there's some people that just simply can't afford to pay the fees of a one-to-one mentor like myself. And so I want to create a program that's much more accessible, much more convenient. It can be offered in mass to individuals and make it much more affordable, because my belief is that I think there's things that we can do to structure change and to create success in people's lives. And I want it to be for thousands and thousands of people, to be honest with you, as opposed to just one or two people at a given time because of the bandwidth that I have as an individual mentor. So with that in mind, I'm putting together a program with actually a former client of mine, and looking at building a program that'll create some of the digital tools that will actually help individuals like yourselves create change to the positive in their lives. So what I'm looking for and what I'm asking for is I need some pioneers. What I'd love to do is have 20, maybe 25 people. I need to figure out the exact right size, but I'd love to have 20 to 25 people become a pioneer and help walk through this program. That we'll do it together. All of us will get to know each other, and I want to show you some of these digital tools that we can create that are in the process of being developed that will help you walk through the same program that I do on a one-to-one basis, but again, make it a lot more affordable and accessible. So would you be willing to do that and help me develop this program? There will be no charge for the pioneers. In fact, what I'd love to do is ultimately give shares of the company, if at all possible, to create a co-ownership in the development of this. But we can sure talk about that as we get into the program. So look, will you let me know? You can email me at mikeamato@amatosparks.com and let me know if you're interested. And I'll begin to put the group together, and we'll start with a group meeting, and we'll create a closed like a Facebook group where we can all communicate and talk, and again go down this journey together, because I'm very excited for what we can do. And as I said before, if you share the vision with me that a lot of people can use can use mentoring, but necessarily can't do it on a one-to-one basis. So how can we bring this to thousands and thousands of people? That's our challenge. If you accept it, please email me. You can find me easily at mikeamato@amatosparks.com, and let's get going. So I look forward to seeing or hearing from all of you. In the meantime, think about these three conditions for change and how thinking about them differently might give you a different outcome in your life as well. Look, always ask me questions if you have further questions, and again, can't wait to hear from you. All the best.